Welcome to Sir Mark's Classroom channel. In this pandemic, learning should never stop. And so today, we will be discussing the first topic in grade 9 mathematics, and that is what do we call as quadratic equation. What is quadratic equation and how does it differ from a linear equation? Also, what are the things to remember in dealing with quadratic equation? We will find out all this from this channel. There it is, our first lesson, which is known as quadratic equation, and here is its learning competencies na nakabase sa most essential learning competencies na binigay ng Department of Education for school year 2020 to 2021. So the objectives of this lesson will be illustrate quadratic equations. So ano ba talaga ang quadratic equation? At ano ang pinagkaiba nila ng linear equation? And then the second one is we need to identify the parts of quadratic equation. Kasi meron niyang corresponding parts na ang bawat terms ay may tawag. And we will find it out later. And of course, for the third one, we need to identify the values of A, B, and C. These objectives are based from the Curriculum Guide Code M9AL-IA-1. A quadratic equation, to formally defined, it is a mathematical statement with the polynomial of degree 2, meaning the highest exponent of this polynomial is 2. That can be written in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Now, bakit kailangan natin i-consider ang restriction na a is not equal to 0? Kasi kung i-imagine natin na si a ay magiging 0, or we will substitute a or replace by 0, then anong mangyayari sa equation? The equation will become bx plus c equals 0. So now, is it a quadratic equation? Of course not. It is not a quadratic equation, but this is already a linear equation. Kasi sabi pa nga sa inyo nung grade 8 kayo, a linear equation is a polynomial with degree 1. So, yun ang pinagkaiba nila ng quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, the highest exponent or the degree is 2, while for linear equation, the highest exponent or degree is only 1. And that's why we should always emphasize the restriction a is not equal to 0 in defining a quadratic equation, because that makes a quadratic equation unique from other equations. So let us proceed. A quadratic equation has its standard form. At para malaman natin na ang isang quadratic equation ay nakasulat sa standard form, kailangan ganito yung form. ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Yung ax squared or the first term, yung term na may exponent na 2, ay ang tinatawag na quadratic term. At dyan natin makukuha yung value ni a, which is the numerical coefficient of quadratic term. Yung ikalawang term naman natin dito sa quadratic equations written in standard form, which is bx, ay ang tinatawag nating linear term, kung saan makukuha natin yung value ni b, which is the numerical coefficient of the linear term. And the last term for the quadratic equation written in standard form is c, which is called as constant term. At yan ang value ni c. So para makuha natin ang value ni na A, B, at C, kailangan masiguro natin ng ating quadratic equation ay written in its standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Look at the mathematical statements given.
Alin nga ba sa mga sumusunod ang quadratic equation at alin ang hindi? Let us find out one by one.
Let us now go with our sample set number 1. Sa sample set number 1, we need to determine if the following statements are quadratic equation or not. Okay? So we are given with 4 examples. Let us have it one by one. First one is given by n squared equals 64. So the first thing that we should consider here is to identify if it is a quadratic equation. So the statement given should be an equation. Secondly, kailangan the highest exponent ng equation na ito ay 2 or the degree is 2. And lastly, there must be a non-negative integer exponent in the equation with degree 2. So kailangan dito sa equation na to, walang negative exponent. Kailangan lahat positive. At ang highest exponent niya ay 2. Okay? So let us evaluate this statement. As we can see here, from our example number 1, n squared equals 64. Ang unang tanong ay, siya ba isang equation o hindi? So to be able for us to know if it is an equation or hindi, kailangan makita natin yung equal symbol. Meron ba tayo diyang equal symbol? Yes, meron. Ito yung equal symbol natin, which signifies that this is an equation. So tama, siya ay equation. Yung pangalawang tanong is it quadratic or not? So kailangan quadratic siya. At para maging quadratic siya, kailangan yung highest exponent niya or yung degree niya is 2. So ano nga ba na yung highest exponent natin dito? Tama, yung highest exponent natin dito is 2. And it is also a non-negative integer. So hindi po siya negative integer. So the degree here is also 2. And may equal symbol tayo which stands for equation, equality. Kaya ibig sabihin, for number 1, ang sagot ay quadratic equation. Very good. Yes, this number 1 example is a quadratic equation. Let's proceed to the next one. We are given with d equals 4x minus 6. So, ganun din yung gagawin natin dito. Kailangan here, from our example number 2, kailangan din makita natin na siya ay isang equation. Siya nga ba ay isang equation? Oo, siya ay isang equation because we have here an equal symbol. Pero yung pangalawang tanong, siya ba ay quadratic o hindi? So that this equation become quadratic equation, kailangan yung degree niya or yung highest exponent niya ay 2. Yung highest exponent ba niya ay 2 o hindi? Hindi. Kasi yung highest exponent niya dito sa x is only 1. Kaya, this number 2 example is not a quadratic equation. Very good. Number 3, we are given with x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals 0. Siya ba ay equation o hindi? Tama, siya ay isang equation because we have here an equal symbol. Pangalawang tanong, siya ba ay quadratic o hindi? Tama, siya ay quadratic because the highest exponent here or the degree is positive 2. Therefore, for number 3, the answer is quadratic equation. And for the last example, we are given with m squared plus 6m minus 7. Obviously, siya ba ay isang quadratic o hindi? Siya ay isang quadratic because the highest exponent here is 2. However, siya ba ay isang equation o hindi? Tama, hindi po siya equation because as you can observe from this example, wala po tayong equal symbol na nakalagay dyan. Therefore, it is not an equation. Kaya ang sagot dito for number 4 is, it is not a quadratic equation. Magtatanong kayo, Sir, paano nangyari na hindi siya quadratic equation? Quadratic naman siya. Hindi po siya quadratic equation kasi wala tayong equal symbol. Yan. Ngayon, anong tawag sa kanya exactly? Ang tawag po sa ganitong klaseng mathematical statement ay quadratic because the highest exponent is 2. At dahil wala siyang equal symbol, yan po ay expression lang at hindi equation. Therefore, generally, ang tawag dito sa example number 4 ay quadratic expression. Kaya, hindi siya quadratic equation. One to 4 examples for sample set number 1. For number 1, we have yes. Number 2, no. Number 3, yes. And number 4, no. Do you have the same answer with me? Good job! Now let us go with our sample set number 2. Here, what we're going to do is we need to rewrite the following quadratic equations in standard form: ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Then identify the values of a, b, and c. Here, we are given with 4 examples. Alin nga ba sa kanila ang quadratic equation written in standard form at alin ang hindi? At paano natin i-rewrite ito upang ito ay maging standard form? Let us discuss them one by one. In rewriting a quadratic equation into standard form, we just arrange or simplify them this way. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Kung saan, dapat sa standard form ng isang quadratic equation, laging nauuna si quadratic term. Pangalawa, si linear term. At pangatlo, si constant term. At yung right side ng equation, after ng equal symbol, yung right side ng equation dapat always equal to 0. First example, we are given with 4x squared plus 2x plus 6 equals 0. As you can observe here, this quadratic equation is already written in its standard form. And so, we can immediately determine the values of a, b, and c. So here, the value of your a, b, and c are, your a is equal to 4, your b equals to 2, and your c equals to 6. For our second example, we are given with 8 minus x plus 3x squared equals 0. From this equation alone, we can say that this is not yet written in its standard form. Kasi, yung nauunang term dyan sa binigay na, sa given na example is constant term, pangalawa ay linear term, at pangatlo si quadratic term. At kung saan dapat, in standard form ng quadratic equation, laging nauuna si quadratic, pangalawa si linear, pangatlo si constant term, at equals to 0. So, sa given natin na example, it is already equal to 0. So, okay na yung right side of the equation. Yung kailangan na natin baguhin is yung left side of the equation. Ito. So, anong gagawin natin dyan? We just simply rearrange them in the form, yung nauuna ay quadratic, pangalawa ay linear, pangatlo ay constant. So, anong mangyayari kapag i-rearrange natin yan? So, si positive 3x squared mapupunta sa unahan, si linear term naman, or which is negative x, sa gitna pa rin siya, at si positive 8 mapupunta sa pangatlo, or sa last term, which tapos equals to 0. So, ano magiging resulta? That would become 3x squared minus x plus 8 equals 0. And that is now your standard form. So we can now find or immediately determine the values of your a, b, and c. So the value of your a is 3, your b is negative 1, and your c is positive 8. Very good. We have 2x times x minus 1 equals negative 3. So here from this example, obviously this is not yet written in a standard form. Therefore, kailangan natin siyang i-simplify o i-rearrange. As you can observe here from this example, in the right side of the equation, we have negative 3 na dapat sana yan ay equals to 0. So, kailangan si negative 3 mailipat natin sa kabila. Before doing that, before nating ilipat si negative 3 papunta sa kabila, papunta sa left side of the equation, before natin yan gawin, kailangan muna nating isimplify yung expression na nandyan sa kaliwang bahagi ng equation. So, si 2x times x minus 1, madali lang yan. Napag-aralan nyo na yan nung grade 8 kayo. Anong gagawin natin dyan? So, let's simplify it. So, first, yung 2x times x minus 1, ang kailangan nyo nang gawin dyan is, we have to multiply 2x to the terms inside the quantity. So, the first one is 2x times x. What would be the result? 2x times x is equal to 2x squared. And 2x times negative 1 is equal to negative 2x. Then equals negative 3. So that process is called as distributive property of equality. Then now, ngayon, because we already simplify the left side of the equation, nahanap na natin yung kanyang expanded form, which is 2x squared minus 2x. Kailangan natin ngayon ilipat o i-transpose si negative 3 papunta sa kabilang bahagi ng equation. And when we do that, yung sign ng ating term na nandito sa kanang bahagi ng equation ay magiging opposite sign pag mapunta na siya sa kabila. So, from negative, magiging positive na siya. Now, anong mangyayari? Anong maging resulta kapag ilipat natin si negative 3 papunta sa kabila? So, the result will become 2x squared minus 2x, which is kinopya lang natin doon. Ito, kinopya lang natin pababa. Tapos si negative 3 na ilipat na sa kabilang bahagi. So, magiging positive 3 na siya. From negative, magiging positive. Tapos, equals 0. Kasi nilipat mo na siya dun sa kabila, matitira dyan, wala. So, that is equal to 0. Yung process na yan ay tinatawag nating transposition o addition property of equality. So, in that result, yan pong result na ito, 2x squared minus 2x plus 3 equals 0, ay ang standard form niya. So, from this standard form, we can now find the value of A, B, and C. Anong value ni A? The value of your A is 2, the value of your B is negative 2, and the value of your C is positive 3. For sample set number 2, we are given with two binomials. The first binomial is 2x plus 5. The second binomial is x minus 1. And from this equation, we have quantity 2x plus 5 times quantity x minus 1 equals 6. So first, anong gagawin ulit? We have to simplify it. So first, para i-simplify ito, kailangan muna nating i-simplify yung nasa left side of the equation before natin ilipat si 6 papunta sa kabilang side ng equation. So, in simplifying these two binomials, gagamitin natin yung most famous method in mathematics na tinatawag nating FOIL method. So, if we're going to use FOIL method, we're going to multiply standing for F, which means first terms, yung first terms ng dalawang binomial. So, the first term in the first binomial is 2x. The first term in the second binomial is x. Pag i-multiply natin sila, 2x times x, that would become 2x squared. Sunod, FOIL, sunod sa F is O. It stands for outer term. So, the outer term in the first binomial is 2x. and the outer term in the second binomial is negative 1. Kapag i-multiply natin si 2x at negative 1, that would result to negative 2x. Next for O in the FOIL method is I. I stands for inner terms. So yung inner terms naman natin dito, in the first binomial, the inner term is 5. And for the second binomial, the inner term is x. Now, if we're going to multiply 5 times x, that would result to positive 5x. And the last letter in the acronym FOIL, F-O-I-L, the last letter is L. It stands for last terms. So what are the last terms in our two binomials? So the last terms are, in the first binomial, the last term is positive 5. And in the second binomial, the last term is negative 1. If we are going to multiply these two, 5 times negative 1, that would result to negative 5. Then copy equals 6. That process is what we call FOIL method. F-O-I-L. First term, outer term, inner term, and last terms. After that, we need to combine like terms. So since 2x squared has no similar terms from other terms here in the equation, therefore, kokopyahin lang natin siya, 2x squared. Sa negative 2x at positive 5x naman, para silang term. Anong tawag sa term na yan? These two terms are called linear term. Parehas silang linear, kaya dapat i-combine natin sila. Paano natin sila i-combine? Ganito po yan. Yung mga numerical coefficients nila, yun lang po ang dapat i-operate natin. Anong nakalagay dito na numerical coefficients? Negative 2 at positive 5. If we are going to add negative 2 plus positive 5, that would result to positive 3. Very good. That is equal to positive 3. Then copy x. So that would result to positive 3x. Then copy negative 5. Then copy negative 6. Bakit po sir naging negative 6 na dito? Equals to 0. Ito. Kasi po, kapag transpose natin yung positive 6 papunta sa kabilang bahagi ng equation, yung positive dito na sign ni 6 magiging opposite, kaya siya ay magiging negative 6. That process is called transposition or addition property of equality. Now sir, may dalawa po tayong constant term, negative 5 at negative 6. Ano pong gagawin natin sa kanila? Ang gagawin po natin sa kanila, kagaya ng ginawa natin sa dalawang linear term, kasi magkapareho sila, so we just combine like terms. Kaya, sa kanilang dalawa din, itong dalawang constant term, we are also going to combine them because they are like terms. So kapag kinumbine natin sila, we just have to add these values. So negative 5 plus negative 6 equals negative 11. So what would be the final result of our equation? The final result of our equation will become 2x squared plus 3x minus 11 equals 0. So yung negative 5 plus negative 6 is 11. Kinopya lang natin yung dalawang term, yung quadratic at saka linear, kaya nandito na sila. Now, this is our standard form. Yung process na yan is still transposition property or addition property of equality. Number 4, our standard form is 2x squared plus 3x minus 11 equals 0. We can determine now the values of your a, b, and c. The value of your a is 2, while the value for your b is 3, and for your c is negative 11. Now to sum it up, again, a quadratic equation is a mathematical statement with a polynomial of degree 2, or the highest exponent is 2. that can be written in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a should not be equal to 0. Diniscuss na natin kanina kung bakit si a ay bawal maging 0, kasi kapag si a ay maging 0, or ang isubstitute natin or i-replace natin si a from the given equation, siya ay maging 0, ito po ay matatanggal. Yung quadratic term ay matatanggal. Matitira na lang po ay linear at saka constant term. Kapag yan ang nangyari, bx plus c equals 0 na lang yung natira, hindi na po siya tatawaging quadratic equation. Bagkos ang tawag na sa kanya ay linear equation. That's why, kailangan natin i-emphasize kapag magdi-define tayo ng quadratic equation na si a should not be equal to 0 because that makes a quadratic equation unique from other equations. Also, a quadratic equation has its standard form na kung saan ito yung forma niya. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Sinabi natin kanina sa unahan na may mga tawag ang bawat terms ng quadratic equations. Ano nga ba ang mga tawag ng terms ng quadratic equations? Ito ang unang term, ang ikalawang term, at ang ikatlo or ang huling term. Ano ang tawag sa kanila? Nabanggit na natin kanina, the first term in the quadratic equation written in standard form which has an exponent equivalent to 2 or yung highest exponent ay 2 na may numerical coefficient na a, ang tawag po sa kanya ay quadratic term na kung saan nahanap natin yung value ni a. At ang ikalawa naman po ay ang tinatawag nating linear term na kung saan nahanap natin yung value ni b. At ang last term naman or ikatlong term ay ang tinatawag nating constant term na kung saan nahanap natin yung value ni c. That's all. So, if you have understood all my discussions here, so that is excellent.